Hello and welcome to Sangti Valley. That's what this place is called, just after Dirang. And that's Gulfie there, and we're trying to attempt a river crossing. It's right behind me. And we want to go to our campsite over there. How beautiful is this? The river's flowing, but sort of shallow in parts, if you can see. You can see the rocks and the ripples, so you know it's a shallow portion. But we're trying to attempt a river cross. This will probably be Gulfie's first real river crossing. And that's what it looks like over there. This is one of the prettiest places I've ever seen from a perspective of an overlander. If you like to overland, Arunachal Pradesh is a mecca for it. So is Himachal. But Arunachal Pradesh, the roads are wide. They're well done by the border road, and long panoramic views makes the drive a lot easier. So I highly recommend that you come here for an overlanding adventure. If you need more, well, keep watching this channel. Subscribe to us. Help the Gift of Life Adventure Foundation do what it does best. Serving humanity, helping lives. This village here apparently has 5 living kidney donors. Someone up there wanted me to come here. This was not a planned adventure. This was not a planned destination. But I'm here nonetheless. And I'm going to talk to at least 2 of them and tell the world the story of their donation of a kidney to someone they love right in this village that has no more than 1,000 people. Stay tuned and please subscribe to us. मेरे साथ है खंडू.
हेलो.
इनका रिजॉर्ट है. रिजॉर्ट का नाम बताइए आप.
Sangti Valley Resort.
Sangti Village Resort. और खंडू is now going to help me determine the depth of the river. अब ये जो लाठी मैं लेके जाता हूँ ना मेरे साथ, ये जो लाठी है, तो ये रिवर का डेप्थ को ज़रा परखने में मेरा काम आएगा, तो मालूम चले कि कौन कितना पानी में है ना. तो खंडू मेरी मदद करेंगे और देखते हैं क्या करते हैं. Khandu is a local guy. It's in his resort, the Sangti Valley Resort, that we are actually camping in. He knows this area well. You always get local information. Local people are wonderful here. Just nice people. Not because he's going there to do that for me, but just generally very helpful. We're happy to see people here, and certainly something that is lacking. Not many people come here. It's too far from anywhere. Now you see, it's getting to be quite deep from his. It's going right down to his thighs. That's fairly deep. Khandu, idhar, ye baju. तो ये ठीक है वो तरफ. So we're going to attempt a river crossing in Khandu. Our local guide is going to spot me. It's always good to do this with a spotter, no matter who you drive with and how you drive. And well, so this will probably be the first time that Gulfie is going to do a real river crossing. We've got breathers in the diff locks, rather the differentials and the transfer case, so I don't anticipate getting flooded in that. I hope not. I'll figure it out. I don't have a problem getting stuck in a place like this for a while and just living here. So here we go. Jai Bajrang Bali ki jai. So I'm down on I've engaged my four-wheel. We're on low gear, first gear at this point. At the far end we've got Shashank, who's filming this from the other end. You're seeing this from my view, a windscreen TV. There is a little depth over here, so this is going to be interesting because we don't know how much rock there is and what size the rocks are. तो इधर पत्थर छोटा छोटा है, बड़ा बड़ा है. So he's guiding me. I asked him if there was large rocks underneath, and he said no, these are just small rocks, so you can actually cross this. And it's yeah, it's so far so good. We're getting up to higher ground now, and we are now on this island. From this island we're going to make it across there to the other end. So we've done one half really well. So this is actually practice for me when I try and attempt crossing over from Chile into Argentina. We get to a point with just no man's land, there's no road. The only way to get across to the border is a river, and multiple rivers like this, which have many little islands like this. So it's good practice for what it's worth. And here we go. We're going to do the second leg. Clearly there are some tractors that have been plying on this route. I see some tracks. So this is not virgin territory. But here we go. All these little rocks that are underneath, they're riverbed rocks, round, smooth, and hopefully not sharp to go through the tires. So far so good. Still on four-wheel low. On the first gear, because you need all the power you can to power over these rocks that are slippery and not so, plus you get a lot of traction for sure. So now you've got to get up this little hill. That's the challenge, right? So that's where you need gear number one, and this car will actually pull it out. There we go. Woohoo! That's what you call it. That's what you call an adventure. Love it. Guys, you need to come here. Look at that. Look at what you see in my screen. Windscreen TV. So we're now heading into camp. Can you just see this view? Guys, if you are overlanding enthusiasts, and obviously I'm posting this on a group called Overland India, well, this is what India has to offer you. This is what Arunachal Pradesh has to offer you, and this is what Sangti Resort has to offer you. You come here, spend your days, camp, you get food, and you're able to spend a week here if you have to. And then you've got day trips to go from here to Tawang or here to any place you want. The connectivity here on internet, well, BSNL works, but Geo also is working to an extent. I have both, so if I had stronger connectivity, I'd probably stay here for a couple of months and work from here. So we're near camp. This is camp, by the way. Look at those views. That's the direction we came from. So you're gonna make sure there's no, there's a lot of wood over here that's been worked on, and these wood planks have nails on them. So we need to make sure that all that is clear. So we got Gulfie. We've done most of the hard work getting across the river. Now we've got to get across this little hump. I mean, no pun intended. So this takes us into camp. If you look around on that side, that's a water body. That is a catchment. It's a reservoir, and that's another reservoir. So when this overflows, it comes in through this pipe and fills up this area. And what's filling this is that pipe, which is water from the river getting pumped using a pump. And they're keeping this filled. But it's giving us this challenge. It's not much of a challenge, but we've got to cross over this hump, and we've made whatever arrangements necessary to make this as smooth a crossing over as possible. these planks have nails on them, so we've got to be careful not to expose the nails to the tires. Or else that would be a whole different problem. Alright, so this is like a little ramp that goes up. There is a nail getting exposed here. Put that away. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so we've set up the ramp to take us over that little hump. And hopefully those nails won't get exposed to these tires. Just make sure those nails don't get exposed by moving the plank when the tire goes over it. I don't want that. There's a nail under.
Okay, okay. I'll ask you to stop if something like this is about to happen.
We did it. That's camp, folks. And when you come in here, what you can do is stay here for days. If you have a rooftop tent, that's your home. They have a good restaurant over here. They'll do the food. You can even cook. I could cook if I... Maybe I'll set up camp here to cook. Let's see how this works out. I want a good view. हाँ तो मैं एक flat जगह पे डालना चाहूँगा शायद उधर. Alright, so let's look for a really flat spot. We'll have to angle to the sun. That's a little gazebo you could sit in. How beautiful is this place, huh?